Welcome to Nixevian for the fourth round of the AF1 Championship here in 2020. We're here at this 11-turn, 3.3-mile track for what's going to be a 57-lap race at the hottest country in Australasia. We have a long DRS zone down into the first corner, down at turn 3 actually, because the start-finish line is technically the first corner, and then there's another kink after that going to the braking zone, making a very challenging first sector, very tight and twisty with a lot of opportunity for overtaking. Sector 2 is relatively fast, medium speed corners, good overtaking opportunity again at turn 7. The final corner is good as well, very simple final sector. A speed trap before the braking zone at the end of the very long, I say straight, is got a few kinks in it. And there's also another speed trap on the back straight. Who's going to win this race today at Nixev? 57 laps await the drivers, with 5 laps awaiting the drivers as well. When they go out, the race will begin. Bottas on pole, Verstappen alongside. Can he get a good start? Lights out, away we go. Good start from Broadcast in front of the red. And Bottas locks up in the first corner. Hamilton takes second place. Another lead, but Verstappen round the outside going down through turn 9. And there's a carnage in the back of the field as Latifi, Giovinazzi are out of this race, both in the bar, and so is George Russell. Wow, what a start. Sensational start to this race. Verstappen with an epic move around the outside of turn 9 on Lewis Hamilton. Just manages to make it stick. Wow, that's fantastic from him. Squeezing him just enough to make the move stick. And going into turn 11, make sure of it. Now, down here, what happened? Grosjean's already lost the front wing. Obviously, he had contact from earlier on. Latifi, though, swiped by Giovinazzi, who had contact from Russell, who then goes straight on with the car bottoming out with the front wing, was stuck under the front wheels, and just went straight into the barrier. Very lucky that Raikkonen wasn't involved, who had to go around those guys. But wow, how is it going to look on the safety car restart? Already 3 retirements from this race. As the safety car comes in, all 17 remaining drivers are going to duke it out in the first corner now. Look at this, Hamilton very aggressive on the restart, trying to get past Verstappen around the outside there. Ricciardo still hitting the back of Carlos Sainz. He's alongside Charles Leclerc, 3 abreast going down to turn 11. Perez has gone by, what on earth? What a tremendous restart that was. As Hamilton trying to go around the outside of Verstappen at the first braking zone at turn 3. Then Stroll around the outside of Bottas. Stroll is in a podium position here in the racing point. We knew he'd be good, but he's up to 3rd place now. Verstappen fends off Hamilton in the background. Ricciardo down the inside of Lando Norris almost hits Sainz and has to go wide. Norris has the slipstream on Ricciardo here, and he's going to try and go around the outside, can't do it, but he has to get the switchback on the exit now. Fantastic, wheel to wheel down to turn 7. Ricciardo around the outside of Lando Norris. What a way to defend your position. Grosjean with an incredible move here. A 2-in-1 overtake on both the AlphaTauris, Kvyat and Gasly. What a sensational move down to the hairpin of turn 3 as Gasly goes around the outside of Kvyat. Gasly's in the wall, and that looks like a big accident. And we have a red flag. Oh my goodness, that's a huge accident. On board with Pierre Gasly on the inside of Danny Kvyat, and oh dear, they just touched wheels. That's all it took to send him around. Oh, wow, Gasly on the curb. Oh, that's a massive accident between those two. Kvyat would have had an enormous hit. Very, very happy to hear they're both okay there. Kvyat on the wall, that would have taken a long time to repair, which is why we have this red flag, and also because that was a very nasty accident. Pierre Gasly also hitting the wall hard on the right side there. Wow, so a second big accident today, and a second stoppage to this race. How is this red flag restart going to shake up this Grand Prix? Well, that's how the drivers once again. Lights out, away we go. Verstappen gets to the other 2 Hasses are coming together in the back of the field. As Bottas trying to go around the outside of Verstappen at the start. 3 abreast between Albon, Sainz and Leclerc now, and Hamilton takes 2 cars in 1 corner. What an incredible start again. Let's see your head down here. So let's have a look what happened to the 2 Haas cars there. Verstappen gets a good start. Hamilton got the better start. Hamilton was the one who actually tried to go around the outside there. Magnussen I think closing speed, someone had a problem in front, and then Magnussen just hit the back of his teammate. Unfortunate situation for Haas there. Albon, what a sensational dive bomb, using all the space and a little bit more to go down the inside of Lance Stroll at turn 7. Classic move from Albon there. Hamilton set the fastest lap of the race in the previous lap. He's down the inside of Verstappen in the final corner as they got in there. Verstappen hits the back of him there. And there's contact between the 2 race leaders. And Bottas has a puncture and he's out of the race as well. Chaos here. Oh, you can't say it isn't familiar. And very similar to 2018 in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix as he runs over the rear wing of Hamilton and gets a rear right puncture. Such a shame. We're still a good opportunity to capitalise from the mistake done from those 2. Let's analyse this. Verstappen down the inside of Hamilton. That's Verstappen a bit overly aggressive, Hamilton in a bit questionable defence, so I'd say that's a racing incident. Both cars are at fault there, really. Verstappen out, Hamilton out, Bottas out. Albon is your new race leader. 3rd time's the charm here as 3 abreast between the 2 McLarens and Sergio Perez and Stefan Leclerc down the inside the first corner, but he locks up and goes wide. Unreal race today, my goodness. That was no carnage on the restart as the 3 Cars, okay, so that's Sainz, Norris, and Perez 3 abreast. Raikkonen goes for a move on Vettel. Magnussen trying to get past Grosjean. As Leclerc, all or nothing, up the inside, gets past, but just locks up and goes straight at the first corner. He has fresh tyres, he might as well make the most of them. No, sorry, behind Ricciardo's going to go round the outside, but Ricciardo goes back at him into the brakies, and what a move! This is the battle for the lead between Stroll and Albon round the outside. Stroll cannot make the move, but here goes Ricciardo down the inside there, what a move again! Here we go, still battling for lead. Ricciardo trying to get past now, and here we go, crossing the final 2 laps of this race. Lando Norris is out of this Grand Prix. What is going on? The race will end under safety car of Stroll. Went for the move on the inside of Ricciardo. Norris does the same, and then gets hit by Perez when he has to check up and goes straight into the barrier. And that's going to give some real good points for both Haas and Alfa Romeo here today. From 15th to the win for Alexander Albon. Where do I begin? Albon from 15th to the win, up 9 places for Ocon, up 8 places for Magnussen, up 12 places for Raikkonen, and that's points for Haas and Alfa Romeo. I mean, incredible, and the 2 Racing Points still finished the race there. Grosjean was the last of the finishers, unfortunately missed out on points after some really good driving today from him. The retirement's all from crashes, unfortunately. Norris, Bottas, Verstappen, Hamilton, Gasly, Kvyat, Giovinazzi, Latifi, and Russell. We had some really scary crashes today. Very happy that all drivers are okay today. But what a race that was. Hamilton still maintains his championship lead. 3 points still over Verstappen. No points for the top 3. Hamilton did get the fastest lap of the race, but he retired and was outside the top 10, so he didn't get the point. Albon up to 4th place in the championship. That's sensational to see. A lot of incredible stuff in the midfield, and that's some more drivers with points now. So only 4 drivers are yet to score points this season. And in the Constructors' Championship, it's Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren, Renault ahead of Racing Point now, Alfa Romeo ahead of AlphaTauri, and also Haas ahead of Williams. You're watching Alcinasia AF1, and I hope you enjoyed.